If you probably already know, one of the biggest technological advances now is AI, specifically ChatGPT. And I use it personally every day for personal use, for my business, for my practice, for my real estate. And I was talking to our expert today, Phil Stringer, before the call, and he was like, "How do we get connected?" And I said, "I think the algorithm gods kind of put us together because I'm always searching on it." So I'm super excited today because I have one of the leading, if not the leading expert in AI with ChatGPT and real estate, Mr. Phil Stringer. So, Phil, appreciate you joining us.
Man, I'm honored to be here. Thanks for having me on. I'm excited for what we're about to go over.
Yeah. So, first question is how did you get into AI in the first place?
It's a great question. So I've always been interested in technology. I've always been really good at it. Sales is my main gig, and it has been since I was a kid. And then I was hired on as a chief operating officer of a mega team real estate brokerage. And so originally, when AI was starting to evolve, I was like, man, I see people using this thing in real estate, but they're really, when ChatGPT came out, for an example, they were using it for creating property descriptions and like Facebook posts, which is great. Like that'll save you time. But my whole thing was, okay, how can we use these tools to actually move the needle and drive more revenue in business and not just real estate, but any industry to save time, to be more efficient, to be more productive, and generate revenue. And so I just went on a very deep journey. It's funny, this is my 20th month of not turning on a TV because I have been so laser focused
Hmm.
on what I'm doing that I want to bring as much value to people as I possibly can.
Well, you haven't missed much in the last 20 months on TV, I can assure you.
There you go.
So, okay. And I know this is hard to believe, but there are some people, and they're probably watching this, that don't really know much about AI or Chat GPT. So, for those people, what is AI or Chat GPT? And maybe just give us kind of sort of the basics about it.
Yeah. It's funny because every single event that I do, there's always a couple hands in the room, if not a few, that don't have never used ChatGPT, right? And that's okay. Like it's a newer thing, but I think everyone's going to have to get to the point where they understand it and they use it. And I promise you, it's not as scary as you think. If you're not using it, there's probably a little bit of fear that you have or misunderstanding, right? So to understand what ChatGPT is they call it an LLM, which is a large language model. The difference between an LLM and say a traditional search engine like Google is a traditional search engine gives you a static list of results with articles that could potentially solve your problem or answer your question, right? You have to click on that list of results and read the article, and it could answer your question, it could potentially not, and then you're back to the list to find another article. With an LLM, it is a conversational response, it's not a static list. So if you ask a question, it's going to come back and it's going to answer your question for you. But then if you were to ask a follow-up question with no context, it understands what you mean because it remembers everything in the conversation prior. So I always give an example where I say, "Who won the Super Bowl in 1995?" Because I'm a Cowboys fan. It's been a rough 20 plus years since then. But in 1995, it'll say, "Hey, the Cowboys won the Super Bowl. I think they defeated the Steelers that year, and here's the score." Right now, if I were to type in Google the same thing, I would get that result. But if I typed into Google next, "Who was the quarterback?" That's it, no other context. I'm going to get some random, here are the NFL starting quarterbacks for this week in this year, right? If I do that same question, "Who was the quarterback?" in ChatGPT right after I did, that who won in 95, it's going to tell me that Troy Aikman was the quarterback of the Cowboys, and then it's going to give the quarterback for the Steelers. I don't know if that was O'Neal or who it was, but the power in that is much greater than people realize because if I can then prime ChatGPT and train it on certain data sets, and it's going to give me a specific answer based on the data sets and the conversation history that I've had, now I have fully customizable content that I can create if I prime it in the right way and have the right step-by-step instructions. So people have so much power at their fingertips with these tools. They don't know, one, what to ask, or two, how to ask the question to get the good results. So people who say, I don't get good results from it, 99 times out of 100, it's because
Yeah.
they don't know how to do it right.
Yeah. And I noticed when I started, I mean, I got on it pretty much as soon as they opened it up to members. And for the longest time, I was just like you said, I would ask it to do stuff or whatever, but I wasn't prompting it.
Yep.
And man, once I figured out the different prompts and that you can prompt it, and now, with the app, taking pictures, I can take a picture. This just freaking blows my mind. Open the refrigerator, take a picture of the food and go, uh, here's the foods in my refrigerator. Help me create a high protein, low carb meal. I mean,
Exactly.
it's just like that's
Mind
just
blowing.
like insane.
Yeah.
And that it's just that technology's out there, like with now I use it just for everything, workouts and you name it. So,
Yeah.
okay, so that's like the base. So maybe walk us through again, beginners. What are some of the basic things people could do or should be doing, using it if you're just getting started for the
Yeah.
beginner?
Absolutely. And I think what I'll do too, just to provide your audience a lot of value, is I've got a PDF that is gives you 10 tools outside of ChatGPT that you can start using that are very simple to use. I'll demonstrate them and show you as well. But it has the links to each tool, so you don't have to remember, oh, was that .com or .io, or how did you spell that tool? Which one was this for? So I have a PDF that's packaged together for your audience. And then when we go into ChatGPT here in a minute, I
Hmm.
actually have prompts that they can copy and paste
Oh,
uh,
nice.
that will absolutely change their business, whatever industry they're in. So I think
Awesome.
let's jump into that. If you don't mind, I'll share my screen
Yeah.
and
Make sure you can
we
share
can
it.
we can go into that. One thing I want to start with is just saying quickly that this is an evolve or die situation, right? Like the people who aren't using this yet, you have to understand this is the greatest advancement in technology since the internet came out. It is here to stay. There are billions of dollars being funneled in by Apple, Google, Amazon, all of these huge companies, Microsoft. It's here to stay. The people who adopt it early will win. You see that with the internet, of course, with Bezos, right? If you adopt these tools early, you will be much further ahead in your competition, and they'll always be trying to catch up to you because by the time they catch up to you, you will have been onto something else. And so I just think it's very smart that everyone's tuning in. It's smart that you're talking about this on your show, but the early adopters are going to be the winners. And so kudos to everyone for being in here. So let me share my screen. If you guys want to also follow me along my journey, probably the best way for you to do that is this slide right here. I don't know if you can see that, Jeff. It's just at Phil Stringer, and you've got Instagram's probably my best place there. But this is the PDF that I was talking about. That everyone's going to walk away with this today. Okay,
Awesome. Thank you for doing that.
basically, I've got 10 AI tools and prompts to increase revenue efficiency and productivity. And this is customized for your audience, Jeff. So I've got these tools here. And again, you've got the link, so you can just click straight through to it, right? And then it has a short little description of what it's about. So I'm going to start with Opus Clip, and I'm actually going to show you the tools. I'm not going to go through every single one of these just for time's sake, but I do want to highlight a couple of them just to show you what's possible.
And
Okay.
I would actually use the first one this morning. I use it every day for my videos and Instagram. That's just amazing.
Unbelievable. Yeah. So for those of you who haven't used Opus, this is what Opus Clip is. Essentially, Opus, you put in a video, it can be shot horizontally, it can be shot on your phone, it doesn't matter, right? You throw in the video, and within a matter of minutes, it spits out options that are cut to vertical for TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, etc. It adds in the captions for you, it adds in the emojis. Now, the real power is this AI curation, which they call Clip Genius. It transcribes the video so that it understands what you're talking about in the video. And then it says, hey, this could be a good hook. And we're going to pair this hook with relevant highlights to create multiple different options for Instagram Reels, TikToks, whatnot. So on the back end, I uploaded a 13-minute video. We put a camera at the back of the room. I'm just talking to my team. It was shot horizontally, nothing, static, easiest thing ever. And I believe it gives me 8 different options. There we go, 8 different options. It tells me exactly what the video is about right here. It gives me the transcription of the video right here. It's all edited for me, cut to size. And then it gives me a virality score of what it thinks it could go viral, and it sorts it by virality score. So Opus Clip is amazing in turning content into short form content, and then you just pick what you want to share, right? Then that brings me to the next tool, which is Descript.
Can you go back just a second?
Yeah, sure.
I want to ask you this. So like how I'm using it, I'll take a YouTube video, like I'll take our YouTube video once it's published, I'll upload it just like you did. Let's say I take that clip right there, number 7, and I'll hit like edit, and
Yep.
then I'll just copy and paste the transcript into Chat GPT and get it to create an Instagram caption. Is that kind of what you're doing?
100%.
Okay,
You
awesome.
just grab this transcript, you say, hey, here's
Yeah.
my video, give me a caption for Instagram, right? It's
The emojis and all that
everything.
kind of, yeah,
Yep. And then it
hashtags. Awesome.
understands what the video is about, right?
Okay.
Excuse me. So this next tool pairs so well with Opus Clip. It's insane. This is called Descript, and it's a video editor. But anybody, I don't care if you've never edited video in your life, you can edit video with this thing. So check this out. I'm going to switch over to Descript. I took that exact clip and I drug it in here. It puts the video on the right-hand side. It transcribes the video on the left. Now, I don't know if we're going to have audio, but there's something that I said here that doesn't relate to necessarily Instagram because I'm talking to my team, right? So it says, if you're not confident, then do the reps to become confident. And then I say, you guys are doing a lot of mock offers and stuff right now, right? Because I'm talking to my team. Well, it's not really needed on Instagram. It's not like it's the worst thing in the world, but it's not relevant. So if I were to play this, I don't know if you can hear
do
this.
the reps to become confident, right? You guys are doing a lot of mock offers and stuff right now, right?
All right. So if I want that gone, I can act like this is a Word document or a Google Doc and just hit backspace. The video is edited to the words.
But if you're not confident, then do the reps to become confident, right? If you're not confident in writing an offer,
and it's gone. You can
Wow.
do this to one
That's
word.
crazy.
If you say you can remove filler words. Like right here, excuse me. If you're not confident in picking up the phone, Robert, how do you become confident? Because I'm calling on an agent of in my team, right? So if I do this,
reps, if you're not confident in picking up the phone, Robert, how do you become confident in picking up the phone?
if I want that gone, I just remove Robert, and now
If you're not confident in picking up the phone, how do you become confident in picking up the phone?
done,
Yeah,
right?
and you can't put another name in there and it'll make it do that, can it?
So you can, it's not going to change my lips, but you can actually, and this is a little deeper, but with Descript, you can upload 15 minutes of either video or audio of you speaking, and it generates a voice clone that sounds like you,
Jeez.
where you can change a word and Phil will say a different word. So it's not going to change your lips. So
Mhm.
it would have to be something that's, pretty close, like you said,
Right.
Robert, Roger, or whatever.
Yeah.
Or you could cut to something and do a B-roll while you say whatever you need to say. But
Amazing.
if you have your face there, then it's pretty amazing what it can do. Yeah.
So what do you so how are you using this for your like your social media or whatever? Descript.
I actually took this clip itself. I took out this part right here that I just showed you. And I took out Robert
Hmm.
and I posted it to Instagram. And I think it's just under, it's either 50 or 60,000 views on that one. And so there's definitely a potential of essentially what I'm doing is I'm taking content that I'm already speaking it. I might as well hit record, right? I'm doing my team meetings. And then I don't have to go through and be like, how am I going to edit this and splice this together? Well, I have eight different options. I can use as many of them or as little of them as I want. And it gives me content that's done, edited, ready to go. And if I want to tweak it, I'll throw it into Descript and tweak it a little bit.
So do you what if you have like, so the other day we bought me and my business partner, we bought two mobile home parks in the area,
Yeah.
and we're doing our due diligence. So I wanted to show people that what due diligence looks like. So we were like I was taking video with my phone, walking through like, hey, check this first, check for leaks, check for water spots, check for this or that. So how, if you just record just a video on your phone, how would you get that file to like Descript?
So if you put it into Descript, it's still going to transcribe anything that you said during the video. And you could still edit the video out based on the words.
I mean, like from the phone, like if this isn't like already a YouTube video or something where you can just
I
take the
got
URL, like
yeah.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
So if you shot it on your phone, then you would just send it to your computer. That
Mhm.
this is a computer program. So like what I did is if I shot it on my phone, and I've done that before,
Mhm.
I'll airdrop it because I'm Apple to my MacBook, and then it's in my downloads here, right? And then I
Okay,
just drag the file into Descript and I'm done.
gotcha.
Yep. So any way you want to transfer that file, whether it's Google Drive, Dropbox, whatever, get it to your computer and then drag it into Descript. Now you can edit.
Amazing.
Yep. I'm going to skip over Tactic. It's amazing though. What it does is essentially it links to your web conferencing software, and it right when you hit end on a Zoom, MS Teams, whatever you use, it gives you a full summary of the meeting. It gives you agenda items for the next meeting and action items for whoever was in the room, because it knows from the squares and the names who was who and who was talking. So this it's an amazing tool. I won't spend a whole lot of time on it, but I use it for everything. It takes full notes for me, all of my coaching, everything. Amazing summaries. I mean, you think about even for real estate agents, how powerful that can be. If you do a buyer consult or even a listing presentation via Zoom, 2 minutes after that meeting, sending, hey, here's a summary of what we talked about. Here's my action items if we move forward. It's an amazing tool and it's only $20 a month. So definitely
Wow.
check out Tactic for
Yeah,
sure.
we do. I have a group coaching program. We're actually meeting tonight, once a week on Zoom. This would be a great addition to it. I didn't
Yeah,
even know about it.
definitely use Tactic. It's very detailed and it's spot on, man. Like I don't have to do any editing. It's fantastic.
Hmm.
Um,
Well,
this one's fun, and so I'll show you quickly how you can use this. This is Adobe Firefly. Essentially, it generates images from text, so you could type in whatever you wanted, and it'll generate an image. One of the most useful things, though, that I've found is generative fill. And basically, you can remove things or add things to images, even if you're not a photo editor. So super easy stuff. If you don't want to have to pay someone to do it or whatnot. For an example, I do work with a lot of real estate agents. And let's say here, let's take some of these homes have cars in front of the listing, right? So I could take any of these and I could upload this photo and I could say, you know what? I want to remove this car. So let me do this. Let me click on remove over here. And all I'm going to do,
could you put a picture of the Cybertruck I ordered there?
yeah, there you go. If you ever get it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So just gonna drag this around to what I want removed. Okay. Again, no photo editing experience needed. You just do that and you hit remove. What it's gonna do is it's gonna use AI to fill in that space that you just erased based on what's around. Okay. And you get three different options. Look at that. You
Wow.
can't tell that that car wasn't there. And you get three different options of which ones you like, right? So if you like that one better or this one, that's probably my favorite right there. It's cleanest, looks the best, done. Car's
I mean,
gone.
if I'd have had this growing up, when I was a kid, a teenager, and which back then, we didn't have cell phones, but if they did, and somebody took like a shot, hey, you were over at this person's house, you shouldn't have been. I could just do this. Go, no, I wasn't, mom.
No, I wasn't. I promise. Yep, you're done. This
Gee.
one's neat. I'm not going to spend time on this one, but definitely check it out if you need a website. It builds you a website in 30 seconds. You answer 3 questions. One is what type of industry are you in? What's the name of your business and where you located? It goes through, and man, it does such a good job in 30 seconds. It lays out a whole website for you. Now you go in and you tweak it, of course, to what you want, but you didn't have to spend all the time learning how to build something, hire someone to do it. It gets a majority of the structure done for you, and then you go in and tweak it, right?
How about like for like we were talking before, how I have an online course teaching people about real estate syndications. Could I use something like this for like a landing page?
Absolutely. You could use it for a landing page. It has full embed to where, even bringing up real estate again, but real estate agents can put their IDX feed in there. You can use it as a lead capture. It's really very interesting. I even coach my real estate agents to use this, add a page, which you can add as many pages as you want. It's $20 a month. That includes the hosting, but you can get unlimited pages there. Add a page for every new listing that you have. Go out and buy 123 Main, DallasTexas.com, have it forward to that page, and just have your listing photos and the description that you created in ChatGPT. And now your client's like, man, they actually created me a website for our listing, right? Unbelievable. And you didn't have to create any of it.
Jeez,
Yeah.
that's insane. Yeah, I mean, this is to me. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. This is this is almost like bigger or even bigger than somebody that doesn't even use the internet.
100%.
You know,
100.
like what businesses now don't use the internet, but like all of them. But it's kind of like, yeah, you're just going to get lost in the traffic.
Yeah, whenever I do a real estate conference, I'll say, "Hey, raise your hand if you were in real estate 25 plus years ago." We'll get some hands and I'll say, "Okay, what was the MLS?" And they said, "Well, it was a catalog or a book or a monthly thing or a biweekly thing, right?" I said, "If you didn't evolve with technology and you didn't use the internet for the MLS, would you still be in business today?" Well, obviously the answer is 100% of the time no. This is the same thing. It's just a matter of time. The AI powered business is going to replace the standard business. It's just a matter of time, just like the internet replaced all standard
Kind of like
businesses.
if you had, have a practice or if you have a business and all you did was stay in the yellow pages
Exactly.
and nothing more, well, boom, you'd be
You'd be
obsolete.
dead in the water. This one's fun. It's called Remini. It's an app on your phone. You upload selfies, and it will generate a branding photo shoot of you in different clothes, different locations. Some of them are creepy, but some of them look so good that you can't tell that they're fake. And so a lot of people are using this for just additional headshots or things that they can post on social media, and they didn't have to go out and buy new clothes. They didn't have to find locations or hire a photographer. So it's definitely worth trying this app. It's kind of a fun one.
Okay.
This one here, I'll just breeze past this, but it is worth noting. This is called All Right. You upload a video and it will write you an article about what the video is about. So let's say you hit end on this call, right, Jeff? And then you upload this video to YouTube. And then you take this YouTube link, you paste it in here. It's going to write you an article about what we talked about. Not a transcription, but an article that gives you content to post on a blog. If you've done the work to create the YouTube video, you might as well have some written pieces along with that if you don't have to do them yourself.
Awesome.
Yep. This one's again very neat. It's called HeyGen, and you might have seen Synthesia, but HeyGen is another player in the space where essentially you can create an AI generated avatar. So you type in something or you paste in something, you hit play, and your AI avatar is going to speak what you just wrote. Right? You pick the model, you pick the voice, whatnot. They also have a new feature that's in beta, and this is the reason why I have this on my list to try, is you upload a 2-minute selfie style video from your phone, and it will create an AI generated avatar that looks and sounds like you. You type in something, you hit play, and now it's Jeff saying that, but it's an AI generated avatar. You can change the language as well. So you could speak in Spanish or, different languages, and your mouth moves to those languages and it's in your voice, just in a different language. So
Wow.
it's really crazy what this can do. It's not 100%, like it's probably 85% of the way there, but it looks way better than any other tool I've seen. All of them before, even just a couple months ago, looked so bad. This one is the best by far, in my opinion.
Hmm.
This one here, again, I'll just breeze by this one, but this is called Tome, and it's a tool that will create presentations based on other content or even just a prompt. So you could upload a document, you could upload a video, whatever. It'll take that piece of content or even just a prompt saying, hey, create me a presentation about whatever. And it'll turn it into like a PowerPoint or Keynote type presentation. And then you can go in and edit it and tweak it and make it how you want.
Can you take previously public, like I have blog articles or YouTube videos? Could you use that and turn it into presentations?
100%. Yep. Any type of blog, document,
That's
video.
huge. That's
Yeah.
huge.
Yep. And then this is the last one that I'll touch that's on my list. This is Designer. And essentially, it creates ebooks and lead magnets from other content. So again, you see this here, like you can upload a Word document or a blog or a podcast or a YouTube video or a PDF, and it turns it into a flip book or an ebook that you could then give away for free or sell for a couple bucks if you wanted to. But you could give it away and say, hey, I just wrote this ebook on whatever your content is. Give me your name, email, and phone to receive this download. And now you're getting leads from people who are raising their hand interested in what you have to offer, and you're providing free value to your audience. So you've done the work to create the content, but now you're creating ebooks to give as downloads to be a lead capture or a lead magnet to get leads.
I have an 18 and a 16-year-old.
Uh-huh.
If I could go back and I was a teenager, I would learn this and you would be an instant millionaire because people
Exactly.
like, my age and, maybe a little younger and older, they have businesses or practices. We're looking for people that can do this stuff for us.
Yep. 100%.
Hmm.
So those are the tools. And again, I've got this PDF for you. So it's all done, it's all in there. You can use that. And then if you keep scrolling down, I'm going to give you actual prompts that you can use for ChatGPT. If you're not familiar with ChatGPT, that's okay. It's very easy to use. But these prompts that you can copy and paste are game changing. And I'll go ahead and show you. I know we're probably running a little long on time here, but I can go ahead and show you some of these prompts that you guys are going to get in this
Yeah,
free
sure. Please
PDF.
do.
Cool. So this is what ChatGPT looks like. Like if you go to OpenAI, this is where you'll have your home screen. Once you get in and you create an account, you've got this view here where basically you ask stuff down here. Of course, you've got your chat history over here. And so it's funny because I was playing with my kids and they created all of these different like scary scary different characters, but then they also did fun ones too, where they're like, hey, give me a dinosaur with butterfly wings. And they had so much fun with this. And then they turned them into stories. Like, look at this crazy guy that they made. And it's all their imagination, but it's generating images from what they said they wanted, right? And now it wrote a whole story about this crazy character, that they made up. And they loved that so much. They had so much fun with it. But with ChatGPT, again, understanding that if we can prompt it the right way and if we can get it the right data sets, that we can get amazing customized information from ChatGPT. That's why I've written a lot of prompts that are very detailed for industries to increase revenue. And I want to show you some of those that I'm going to leave you with today. Everyone's going to have this PDF that they can scan and download. So if we go down here, the number one prompt that you're going to want to pay attention to is training ChatGPT to fully understand your business and goals. So think of this as like if you hired someone to create content for you, you wouldn't just be like, hey, create me a reel about this topic. No, you would want to tell them exactly your goals, your audience, your target audience, what you're trying to acquire, what's the purpose of the content before they make the content for you. They need to have some type of reference for what you're trying to accomplish in business. And so this prompt right here, and I'll show you how it works. You just copy this and you're going to paste this into ChatGPT. And what's going to happen is it's going to ask you 25 questions, the top 25 questions it needs to know to clarify before it gives you content so that it can do its job the best way possible, right? So I'm going to copy this and then I'm going to paste this into ChatGPT and I'll show you what happens. All you do is paste and enter, and then here you go. It's giving you the top 25 things that it needs to know. And what you're going to do, Jeff, is you're just going to take these and you're going to copy these 25, and I would just paste them into like a notepad, Word doc, Google Doc, whatever, and just begin to answer these questions to the best of your ability. It'll take you a few minutes. Once you're done, you copy the questions and the answers in your document, paste them back in, and all you have to say is, here are the answers to your questions, hit enter. And now everything in this from now on is going to show essentially your information, but it's in your business, what you're trying to acquire, and all of the content is structured exactly for you in your market, in your product or your service, your industry, for your people and who you're trying to acquire. It's the best thing that you can do. And it's incredible the results that you get after training it on your specific business.
So if you took something like that and then let it create everything and then took that information, could you take that over to Durable where it knows everything about your business now to make your website?
So with Durable's interesting in that there's not prompting that goes on. It just lays out a structure, and I can actually do it because it literally takes 30 seconds. It asks you 3 questions. And then what I would recommend is, like, say, the About Me section. I would answer the questions here in ChatGPT and then say, hey, write me an About Me section for my website on Durable. And it'll write you an About Me section, and it knows you. So then you copy that and you paste it into Durable. So Durable is going to get you set up with the structure.
Okay. Gotcha.
ChatGPT is the content that you'll then paste into Durable, if that makes sense.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And then what I would recommend you do, I'm just going to take you through some of these. Do 90 content ideas that your target audience may want to know. So after you've done that, what you're saying is, hey, generate me now that you know my business, 90 lesser known facts about, and you can just put, my business in here or whatever topic you want. Anytime you see these brackets in my prompts, that's a variable that you can then change and do what you want to do. But if you've already trained it on your business, all you have to say is 90 lesser known facts about my business, and it's going to know. And so what you're doing here is then you're going to create a long list of content ideas for any type of media, of things that your target audience wants to know about, positions you as the expert in your field, and it attracts new clients. You see in here, I'm specific about the goal is to educate my audience, showcase my expertise, and attract new clients. So you've got this rich material now of things that your target audience may want to know. Then you can create a complete content calendar, and you're going to say, all right, I want you to help me come up with a content schedule for and you pick what type of media, blog, podcast, whatever it is. I want to post this number of times per week. You put in your number. And then I want clickbait style titles that will get people to want to either watch, read, or listen. You pick your content. You paste the list of 90 down here, and it creates you a content calendar for how many times you want to post, and it tells you exactly what day to post, what the title should be, and you have a full content calendar done with 90 ideas specific to your business for whatever type of media you want to create.
So I could literally start a digital marketing agency, hire a bunch of VAs, do this. I don't think I'd go to college if I was 18 years old.
Exactly. Yeah, it's crazy.
It really is.
And so just to highlight a couple other things that you're getting in this pack that I'm giving to you guys, this is creating a buyer persona with a list of pain points. So now you're going to put in your product or service and your price point and your specific market. and it's going to spit out buyer personas for that specific market, that specific product or service, that specific price point. And it's going to list out pain points or hurdles that that buyer could face in purchasing your product or service. Then what you do is you create content or you create targeted ads based on that generated persona, solving the problems and answering the questions of that target audience. So it's like a step one, step two thing. And you say, hey, I want to create a Facebook ad, a YouTube ad, a Google ad, whatever it is you're wanting. And it's keeping in mind the product or the pains and the hurdles from the previous generated persona. And it's solving those problems in the ads, which you could then do with your content as well. Again, we're training ChatGPT on all of the different aspects of your business and the pain points of your target audience. Now, this is like crafting the perfect blog post. I won't read this whole thing to you, but most people, when they do a blog, they go into ChatGPT and they say, write me a 1,000 word blog about, and then they put the topic, right? And it'll write a 1,000 word blog and it's fine. But this takes it up a level. This is having it act as a proficient SEO content writer. It's saying, hey, give me a minimum of 15 headings and subheadings, H1, H2, H3 formats, which makes it look pretty. 2,000 word article, unique SEO optimized, right? And then all you have to do, Jeff, is put in your title right here, which we just generated a full content calendar full of 90 clickbait style titles. You just paste one of them in, you hit enter, and the results are unbelievable. Like, I mean, let's just show you. Like, let me put one in here. Let me see if I can just copy this and show you how it works. I don't know why I'm so click happy today.
I got a topic for you if you want to do, unless you got one up there.
No, let's do it. What do you want?
RV, let's see, RV park investing.
Got it. See what it comes up with. Now, what you're going to notice is it's going to start off with an outline in a table. You don't normally get this, but this is because I asked it to in the prompt. So what we have is introduction. What is RV park investing? Benefits of RV park investing, how to get started, research and location, financing your investment, management and maintenance, risks and challenges, economic factors, regulatory issues, success stories, case study 1, case study 2, tips for RV park investors, due diligence, marketing and occupancy, conclusion. And here's the important part that I've built into the prompt, FAQs as well. So you're answering the questions that people are putting into Google, right? So you have an FAQ section for SEO, and then you have article content. And I mean, it's unbelievable what this thing can generate for you, right? Is RV park investing a profitable venture? What are some common mistakes to avoid? These are all the things people are typing into Google and they're in your article, right? So it gives you a whole different view of writing, hey, write me a blog. Great, that's what everyone's doing. This is different. And then you also get analyzing a specific text for style, voice, and tone. If you want ChatGPT to sound like you just put this in, paste in something you've written, and now everything following this will sound like you write. So that way it doesn't sound like ChatGPT, it sounds like Jeff. And then generating excellent product service descriptions, generating 10 captivating hooks for content and ads, and then Instagram carousel content creator. So I hope this is valuable for you. Everyone's going to get this. Let me give you, there's a QR code that I have in my presentation here that I can give you guys. This right here is what you want. You want to scan this, and that's going to take you to a page where you'll put in your name and email and phone. And when you submit it, it automatically sends you that exact PDF to your email so you can have it. And hopefully that this is a stepping stone for you to say, hey, let me get started with using AI tools, ChatGPT, and whatnot. So definitely scan that code. Now, what I do want to say to you, Jeff, before we wrap up, is I always have people who say, this is amazing, it's great content, it's very valuable. What do I do if I want to step it up and I want to go even deeper? Like, I want to knock this out of the park. And so if you like those 10 prompts, I have a bank of over 500 that I give to my students. So I run an academy for AI to teach people how to use ChatGPT and other tools to increase revenue and productivity. I have a bank of over 500 that those students get. And so what we do is we run this AI Academy. You get those 500 prompts, you get a login with lifetime access. So it's not just a PDF, but you have a login to where when I add something, you get it added to yours immediately, right? And updated. We have 12 weeks of exclusive AI coaching that's on demand. So you can pause, rewind, do it with me, whatnot. To give the live benefit of that as well, as we have 12 weeks of live Q&A sessions. Okay, so you can then come in, talk live, ask me questions. Upon completion, you get an AI certification, and then you get an invitation to a weekly mastermind that is only available to graduates. Okay, some of the things that this program can do, it generates leads, TikToks, full-length ebook, buyer persona, social media content, ad copy, all of these different things that you can learn in the academy. And so normally our pricing structure for this is a 3-month program, right? Because it's a 12-week academy. And there's 3 monthly payments of about $1,000. So it ends up being about $3,000, right? For the whole program. We are running a special where we have a special discount for your audience. And that is Dr. Jeff. Look at that, DRJEFF. That code, if you put that in at checkout, we're actually doing, this is our largest discount we've ever done. It's a 50% off discount for your audience because you're a client of mine, and I appreciate what you're doing. Cuts that in half to 3 monthly payments of $4.99. Or if you're a one-time payment type person, you get an even deeper discount because that is a $9.99 one-time payment. You get access to the whole thing. That's the QR code to sign up. You have to make sure you use that code Dr. Jeff at checkout and hit apply, because that'll get you the 50% off. So, Jeff, I hope this was helpful. I hope that this is valuable for your audience. I appreciate you having me on, and hopefully this is something that people can take and definitely use for their business.
Yeah, and I'm really enjoying the academy. As we stated before, I just completed week 2 of 12 weeks. It's good that you're starting off with sort of the basics and getting into it, and as I know, it's going to ramp up quick, because these tools that you showed me today, that's just mind-boggling. So it's great that you have this, because with anything, there's so much information out there on anything, and people that I notice, that I talk to, my coaching clients, and I'm sure yours as well, all we're doing is consuming information.
Yeah.
We're not taking action on anything.
Yep.
So with yours, the way that it's spaced out, it's easy to take a little bit and then apply it, take a little bit, apply it. So that's great that you've set this up and staged it to where it goes out like that. So I appreciate you doing that.
Yeah, man.
But everybody, you've got the do you have okay, so we have the QR code for the prompts.
Yep.
And then we got the QR code for the academy. Awesome. And then if you guys have anything else that you want to ask, or you have questions that come up, should they reach you through Instagram, or what's the best way to get in touch with you?
Instagram's a great way. We respond to all DMs on Instagram, so you can send me a message for sure. If you have specific questions too and you want to email, you can email admin, ADMIN, at philstringer.com. That's the best email.
All right, Phil, and I know the way that this technology is changing so fast, I probably, instead of saying most of my guests, I say a year, I'm gonna have to say like 4 or 5 months to get back with you to see what's new in the AI world.
Exactly. It's crazy how quickly it's moving.
Yeah. Well, thanks again, and hopefully you guys that are watching this provided you value. This stuff just amazes me. I could learn about it all day long. So thanks again, Phil, and we'll get you back on soon.
Sounds good. Thanks, Jeff.